Hey guys, Dr. Josh Axe here along with Jordan Rubin. Welcome to Ancient Nutrition Today. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that we've really never covered before in depth, Jordan, and it's secrets to help naturally balance hormones, specifically low testosterone, which is a big issue today, both in men along with women. So you might even be surprised to hear about this, women, about low testosterone. A lot of times we hear about estrogen and we hear about things such as progesterone, but not necessarily the importance of balancing out those testosterone levels. So we're going to dive into the best herbs, essential oils, some other really unique supplements that are going to help you with this. So Jordan, talk about this, especially both in men and women, but typically with women, I think women think, well, maybe they shouldn't have any testosterone. Talk about this hormone testosterone, why it's so important for men, but also women too.
Absolutely. Before we do, I want to point out that your shirt matches the lettering perfectly. Good job.
Hey,
maybe
thanks a
tomorrow
lot.
mine can.
All right. Yeah, we'll
this
plan
is
that out.
a huge topic. In fact, there has been a massive interest in this topic that they call low T. In fact, Time Magazine had a major article on andropause, which is the male version of menopause. So bottom line, folks, there are low T clinics cropping up everywhere. We know that the Suzanne Summers started with her books, I think the Sexy Years, which talked about bioidentical hormone therapy, which centered on testosterone, anti-aging clinics. So many stars and starlets are boosting their hormones, and testosterone is really, really key because this is what it does for you. Now we know obviously it's produced in the testes for men, but it's also produced in the pituitary gland, and that's how women have testosterone. But bottom line is this: testosterone helps you build muscle. It helps you burn body fat. It puts you in a good mood, right? It certainly increases reproductive function, sexual function, etc., which is one of the biggest reasons why people use it, but it really creates youth. Many people believe that testosterone levels, as they dive, you have an increase in wrinkles. You certainly have an increase in that saggy effect because you lose rapid muscle mass, and it is really important for so many other things. And when it comes to women, a lot of those symptoms that we ascribe to menopause, and we did a show on that recently, where we talk about the hot flashes, the irritability, the mood swings, the reproductive challenges. Testosterone is one of the best things, or it's a hormone, to help women sail through menopause. Your testosterone is rapidly decreasing, and the reason being is that a lot of the hormone disruptors, the endocrine disruptors in our environment, are causing us to have low testosterone, as is, and this is a big one, our increase in cortisol. So we're going to talk a little bit about how DHEA plays a role in keeping testosterone and levels good, and you know what else? The low fat craze caused a major plummeting in testosterone, and here's another one. The onset and large use of statin drugs. So I actually met people that show me, I'm on a statin drug and my cholesterol's in the 90s. If you have super low cholesterol due to statin drugs, your testosterone is likely very low because sex hormones, androgens, are made from cholesterol and fats. But here's the deal. If you want to boost your energy, get in a better mood, build muscle, burn fat, improve reproductive and sexual function, and sail through menopause if you're of that age, you want to boost testosterone. And this is not a medicine. We're not talking about bioidentical hormones. These are 8 secrets to boost testosterone for men and women, and I bet you haven't heard but 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Jordan's saying, I mean, balancing out testosterone is key both for men and women. And Jordan, I know we see these commercials all the time. If you watch ESPN, we've got Frank Thomas on there, who's always talking about it. And because you know why it's actually the most played. And I don't know this for a fact, but I know I watch a lot of ESPN, and I would say 3 times more than any other commercial I've seen are those low testosterone ads for men on sports stations. I mean, obviously, this is an epidemic that's affecting a lot of men, as Jordan's talking about especially. And so if you're a woman watching, this affects you. If you're a man watching, or if you're a wife and have a husband at home, this is information that can really help transform their overall health. So hey, help us spread this word on how to naturally balance testosterone. Take a second right now, punch your share button, click your like button. Let's help spread this word. So Jordan, let's jump in. And by the way, Julie here, or Jackie Kurtzinger just said she shared this. Awesome, Jackie. Hey, thanks for being on mission today. Jordan, I'll talk about this first one here, resistance training. So resistance training, this is really important if you want to naturally get those testosterone levels up. Jordan, we went through this as we talked about, especially in the 70s and 80s, this whole marathon running craze,
Yes.
low fat craze.
Yes.
Two of the worst things you can do for your testosterone levels. The best thing is lifting weights, getting loads of healthy fats in the diet. So again, one of the best things you can do is weight training. When you weight train, your body starts releasing human growth hormone, healthy levels of testosterone. It really is a natural hormone balancer. So lifting weights, building muscle, it's a key thing to do. And I know a lot of women, I remember Jordan, I actually started off sort of my health career as a personal trainer, and a lot of the women I would have them start doing weight training, and typically always by the second session, they would come up to me and they'd say, hey, I really don't want to look bulky. Should I really be lifting weights? And I'd say, hey, you know what? This is actually going to help you lean out and lose weight. It's not going to cause you to look bulky.
No, because women don't have as much testosterone normally, but remember, it's not about having a lot of testosterone, it's about having the right amount. And I believe that people over 30 today, particularly over 40, have maybe about half the testosterone, the free testosterone that they should, and there's reasons for it, and we're going to get into it. But resistance training and interval training, sprints, burst fit, as you develop, those all help to increase growth hormone and testosterone. When you've got that going, it's a fountain of youth.
Yeah, absolutely. And another unique thing, Jordan, I read an article, this was in a book actually, it was a book called The Okinawan Diet, and they compared men in their over 100 in Okinawa versus men in their 70s in the US, and they found that men in Okinawa actually had double the levels of free testosterone than men in the 70s in North America. I mean, it was a crazy, crazy difference in free testosterone levels. So we know that, again, there are other countries doing some of the right things. And again, resistance training can be big. Jordan, talk to us about number 2 here, ashwagandha, and how this can help, and tell us about this herb and how it works.
Absolutely. Well, ashwagandha is an adaptogen, and when we're talking about testosterone, we need to understand that there are 2 dynamic hormones in the body. Cortisol, which is released by the adrenals. Cortisol is great for a fight or flight when you're in danger, but it also causes you to put weight around the midsection. It causes you to store fat, not sleep very well, imbalance blood sugar, and age, and get angry. DHEA is another hormone that should be in balance with cortisol. So as DHEA goes up, cortisol goes down. It has an inverse effect. Ashwagandha has been shown to decrease cortisol, increase DHEA, and dramatically increase free testosterone. So look for an ashwagandha extract, and you're looking for a compound called withanolide. So you want ashwagandha root extract. It is clinically studied in double-blind, randomized clinical trials to boost free testosterone. It is awesome. It will de-stress you. You need it. Bottom line, it is really, really important.
Yeah, and this is an herb that's beneficial for so many things. As Jordan's talking about, adaptogen herbs help your body better adapt and deal with stressors. And Jordan, I mean, all the time we talk about diet here on the show, but we also talk about a lot of other lifestyle factors, not getting enough sleep, and emotional stress. Emotional stress can really cause cortisol to go up, can cause testosterone and human growth hormone to stay low in the body. We need to balance those things out. So again, adaptogens help your body deal with stress. And if you also specifically have a thyroid condition, we really believe that ashwagandha is one of the essential herbs for helping specifically balance thyroid levels as well. And all of these hormones we know can be interconnected and related.
And here's one thing that's important. None of these 8 secrets are going to increase testosterone beyond your normal range. When you take medication or bioidentical hormones, you need to be monitored because that will drive your levels past normal. Nothing here is a hormone. These are balancing the body and influencing the hormones in a positive way. So if you're out there saying, oh no, I don't want my testosterone to go up. If you're an athlete, none of these are banned substances. This is naturally supporting the testosterone that should already be there. Ashwagandha is a great one. Fenugreek seed, you mentioned the commercial that we're forced to watch all the time. Fenugreek seed has been clinically proven to increase free testosterone, and it's great for a lot of things. Fenugreek is an amazing seed/herb for your gut, but it also boosts free testosterone, and it does that due to something called an anti-aromatizing effect. So it lowers an enzyme called aromatase, which inhibits estrogen, which allows testosterone to go up. Folks, estrogens block testosterone.
Yeah.
So if you block estrogens, you can increase testosterone. You're going to hear these different secrets are going to balance and boost testosterone for different reasons. We've got a concomitant GH increase, so growth hormone increase, and lean body mass. So the more muscle you have, the more testosterone you have, and vice versa. Ashwagandha lowers cortisol and increases DHEA. And fenugreek is an anti-aromatase substance. So right there, that's 3 unique ways to boost testosterone, and there's more coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I love fenugreek seed. You know another unique use for that, Jordan, of course, many people know this, but it's for increasing breast milk supply. Oftentimes fenugreek is used for that. It's also sometimes used as a digestive aid, so it can be good for the digestive system. So fenugreek, a really great herb for that. And these are things that can be done. Typically ashwagandha is done in a capsule form as a supplement. Also fenugreek, you can do it as a supplement, but also oftentimes people do it as an herbal tea as well, so it's a great way to be getting that in your diet. If you want to start off every morning, you want to start doing a sort of a remedy for this, you can just do a little bit of lemon juice and some water, some fenugreek, or even add that to something like a golden milk tea. Could be really beneficial as well.
And you can sprout fenugreek and have fenugreek sprouts. That is an awesome source of enzymes.
Love it. Jordan, talk to us about truffle. This is something that might surprise some people, but it might want to be one of the biggest heroes on this list.
Absolutely. So this is something that you've never heard before, but truffle actually stimulates free testosterone within the normal range just through inhalation. I don't have time to tell you about this amazing research, but through olfaction, similar to essential oils, a small amount of truffle on the molecular scale increases free testosterone in men and women over 50 by up to 300%. And they did a small pilot study that showed women who were having menopausal issues, so the hot flashes, the irritability, the dryness, they had an almost complete reduction. So all you have to do is smell it. Now, I'm not talking about that synthetic truffle oil, the real thing. It can be black diamond truffle, which we really like. We actually grow truffle in our fermentation facility in California. All you do is smell it, and it's absolutely amazing. And the results in animal and human studies are phenomenal. Truffle has always been known as an aphrodisiac, and now you might know why, because on the molecular level, through olfaction, truffle increases testosterone, improves lean body mass in men and in women. It reduces issues from menopause. That's worth the price of admission today just for that information.
Absolutely. You know, getting some truffle, truffle can be fairly expensive. One of the things I do, Jordan, is I do truffle salt on a daily basis. And so actually getting out salt, taking actually deep breaths in and out of just straight out of your sinuses. So again, looking out for a high quality truffle salt can be incredible as well. So again, but we know truffle's a great food. And again, using it just like you would, as Jordan said, essential oils, maybe use them together, can have some great benefits, Jordan. Now, I love truffles doing it with a good risotto in an Italian meal, but we know this is nature's medicine as well.
Absolutely. It's fantastic, and you should definitely try to get a hold of it if you can.
So now, Jordan, truffle is typically thought of as part of the fungi family. What are any other mushrooms we don't have on the list that may help benefit any type of hormones?
Well, nothing is as close or even close to truffle in terms of its straight testosterone increase, but both reishi and cordyceps are adaptogens. Reishi's been called the Himalayan Viagra, so there's definitely something to it. Both of those can help to balance hormones similar to the way ashwagandha does.
Awesome, love it. All right, let's talk about Shailaja, Jordan, go ahead.
This is a big one, and I can't even tell you exactly the mechanism here, but I recently read a study that Himalayan Shailaja, this is really a substance that's rich in organic minerals, fulvic and humic acid, increased free testosterone by 20% in a double-blind randomized clinical trial. So a Shailaja in the right dosage also probably works with a fulvic and humic acid concentrate, boosts testosterone. Why? My guess is that it supplies a small amount of trace minerals and helps remove heavy metals, which somehow are interfering with testosterone metabolism. So Shailaja is a great heavy metal chelator with its fulvic and humic acid. So this is, count them, the fourth, if not fifth way to boost testosterone. If people did all these things, Josh, they would really feel and look younger, stronger. Folks, we're talking about an epidemic. Time magazine said that andropause, or low T, I think they actually called it manopause, that it's going to be a $2 billion industry. Low T clinics, men and women who want to look younger, less wrinkles, more muscle, less fat, less mood swings, more energy. I don't know, sounds like an absolute winner to me. That's what testosterone balance is going to do. Remember, we're talking about secrets where they're not going to increase your testosterone above normal. It's all balancing, and it does so many other things. Each of these are great for other systems of the body.
Yeah, Jordan, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. I had a friend of mine brought his father over the other day, and I was giving him some consulting for his heart health. And he also said that he recently started looking into, or actually just started doing, testosterone injections into his body. And I know I read a study, this was years and years ago, about how that actually may have a negative effect on HDL cholesterol within the body. I mean, what are your thoughts on a lot of these synthetic hormones that people are using today? Any side effects there that you know of?
Testosterone usage, either synthetic or bioidentical, can cause issues, and it does shut your body's production down. So a lot of people are using pellet implants. So we hear about that. We know people are doing injections and other ways to get testosterone. You've got to monitor it with your physician and your blood work. But the bottom line is, if you're going to start testosterone therapy that way, you pretty much have to be on it for life, because you're going to blunt your own testosterone. All of these 8 secrets will naturally boost your testosterone, and you will not become, you're not going to become sensitized to it. Okay? You're going to continue to produce your own testosterone. In fact, this will augment that. So that's really, really important.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. And guys, as we're talking about this information, you know, this is stuff that Jordan and I this is some of the first times we've ever trained anybody on this. And if you're enjoying this live broadcast right now, or if any of this information has surprised you, or you never heard of it before, take a second right now and click the wow button if you're surprised by some of the information you're hearing on really how important testosterone is, both to men and women, for anti-aging and for your overall health. Also, take a minute now, again, if you're on mission with us and know more people need to hear this information, take a second right now and punch that share button and click the love button if you're loving this live broadcast right now. So Jordan, minerals here, zinc, magnesium, and boron. Now, we know in the bodybuilding industry years ago, they used to do ZMA on a regular basis. Now, I like your boron addition here better.
ZMB?
There you go.
Well, zinc, magnesium, aspartate was what it was. So it was just zinc, magnesium combo. And the famous clinic who allegedly got Barry Bonds in some trouble, Balco, promoted this product. But zinc deficiency, particularly in men, causes a decrease in testosterone. Folks, this is so important because we didn't mention low testosterone also puts you at risk for cardiovascular disease and even cancers. Now, too much synthetic testosterone can also put you at risk, but balancing your testosterone is critical. And if you're watching me, you need to care about this as much as getting good fats in, as much as digestion. It's so important for everything you want. But we're deficient as a nation in zinc, magnesium, and boron, period. Scientists believe that there's about 1/10 of the boron in soil than there used to be.
Wow.
So that means in our food supply, we're not getting it. So magnesium is critical for hundreds of various enzymatic activities. So you want to consume magnesium-rich foods, take magnesium, and use a magnesium oil as a topical. So with truffle, you can inhale it. Magnesium, you can apply it. But zinc and boron, you have to get orally. Take more zinc. And with boron, this is also an anti-aromatase supplement. It also strengthens your bones. Women who have osteoporosis usually have low testosterone. I keep forgetting all these great benefits, but these 3 minerals, zinc, magnesium, and boron, in the right form, fermented or what I like to say enzyme activated, is critical to maintain healthy testosterone levels.
Absolutely. So if you're a person out there and you know, hey, my testosterone is off, or again, you have one of these symptoms. Low sex drive is a huge one. If you're having severe menopausal symptoms, osteopenia, osteoporosis, just weakness, fatigue, thinning hair, prostate issues is actually a whole nother one. A lot of those can be warning signs that you're struggling with low levels of testosterone there as well. So again, these are some things you want to consider adding in. And Jordan, I know we have 8 things on the list. I know we'll have a couple additions here that we'll cover here at the end as well. The next one here is grape skin and grape seed. We know that muscadine grapes, in fact, Jordan, you're going to the dentist today, right? Because of
too many muscadine seeds.
Too many muscadine.
Thanks for reminding me. Great. Now I'll be in a bad mood, so I have to boost my testosterone for the rest of the trip because I have to get a composite filling replaced. I couldn't help it. They're so good. And I love the skin and the seed because they contain resveratrol and OPCs, which are polyphenolic antioxidants, and both of those are anti-aromatizing. So that means that grape seed and grape skin contains compounds that reduce estrogen in the body. So I got an email just recently from someone who said, it was third hand, they said, hey, you know Jordan Rubin, to a friend of mine, get him this information. That they've been studying nutrition a long time, and he said, Jordan, we grew some grapes, and we would make jam, jelly, all kinds of stuff, and we'd have the seed and the skin left, we'd throw it away, but then I thought, there's some good benefits here, so he dehydrated it, and then he put it in a powder, and he said he used to wake up with enlarged prostate 3 to 5 times a night, so he started taking a teaspoon of just pulverized grape skin and seed, and then he went from 3 to 5 times a night to 1 time a night.
Wow.
I believe it's because he was dealing with, whether it's environmental or what you would call endogenous or body-created estrogen. So now he's blocked it, and he's doing much, much better. That is so great. So eat grapes. Muscadines are one of my favorites. There's another grape-like berry in Brazil called jaboticaba that is awesome. So all of those are anti-aromatizing, which can preserve and even boost your testosterone. Really, really cool. We actually go and find grapes, biodynamic, in Northern California, and ferment them and use them. I make a little tea out of it as part of my mishmash decoction.
I love it. Yeah, tons of benefits there. And as Jordan's saying as well, just another benefit too. Talk about anti-cancer benefits of both of those compounds that are found there in grape skin. Last one here, bone broth. We talk about this all of the time, but listen, this is so crucial to your overall health. Most people are getting, as Jordan has talked about previously, as I talked about previously, way too many methionine type amino acids in their body, and really not near enough of proline and glycine. We know glycine is crucial for supporting the liver detoxification pathways. Proline is a crucial amino acid for really repair of the body, whether it be collagen production, tightening and toning your skin, helping support healthy inflammation levels in the body. Glutamine is really important as well, we know, for the gut. And then hydroxyproline, very similar in terms of proline, in terms of its benefits, we know is important. And then glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid, Jordan. Also, these things have been shown. A lot of times people think about joint health with those. Those are also good for the gut, good for the hormones. I really believe of all the things on this list, if there's something you should be doing every day for your entire life, I really believe getting bone broth every single day is the most important action anyone can take. And getting more protein in the diet and these types of amino acids absolutely is great for building healthy lean tissue and muscles, having a healthy inflammation response in the body. So bone broth is key as well.
It is. Now, this is somewhat anecdotal and also historical. So I spent last weekend studying some of the fathers and mothers of medicine, and I found at least 2. I believe it's Pliny the Elder and Maimonides. They both would recommend chicken soup or bone broth for impotence and as an aphrodisiac.
Wow.
And now this correlates with 3 testimonials I received from people consuming bone broth where they said, well, my personal training clients have all reported an increased sex drive, or all the men and women. I got that 3. At first I thought it was a little bit of an anomaly, but then I was doing a radio interview and the person who was using the bone broth said, well, Jordan, and obviously it also improves sexual and reproductive health. So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. When I did the historical research, I found that the fathers of medicine believed that these poultry products can help increase what would appear to be arousal, sexual function, etc., which would be reminiscent of testosterone increase. Now, there is no double-blind clinical studies on bone broth increasing testosterone, but anecdotal research and historical information show that it's a great anti-aging substance all around. So here's the deal, folks. We're talking about how to naturally boost testosterone. We've given you 8 secrets that I bet half of them you've never heard of before. They are awesome for your heart, for your mood, to build muscle, help you burn fat, feel younger, look younger, and help so many areas of your body if you'll only take this information and do it. We haven't talked about this before, but everyone watching needs this information. Even if you're young, you need to know it, because most of the people that go to these low T clinics with belly fat, with lethargy, mild depression, advanced aging, they did it too late.
Yeah.
So we need to do it sooner, and these 8 secrets are going to make a huge difference in your health. Let's give a quick recap for 8 secrets to boost testosterone for men and women.
Absolutely. So we'll start off here. Number 1, resistance training. Remember, if you want to boost up human growth hormone, which by some, Jordan, is known as the anti-aging hormone, is going to help with testosterone as well, then do weightlifting. Again, not long distance cardio, getting out there and actually do weight training or burst training as well can be beneficial. Those 2 things, best types of exercises to naturally boost growth hormone.
Absolutely. Number 2, an ashwagandha extract helps reduce cortisol, increase DHEA, which will help increase testosterone with a second mechanism.
Absolutely. Next here is fenugreek seed. This is great. It's actually been used for many different things. It's good for digestion. It's good for lactation, but both for men and women, it has been shown clinically studied to naturally boost testosterone levels.
And that's kind of funny because one of the biggest symptoms of men with low testosterone, I'm not going to say it because my kids are watching, but let's just say that if you're a Seinfeld fan, remember the episode The Bro, the man's ear?
Yeah.
Let's just say that men, I think it's called gynecomastia. Yeah, it's. I think I got that wrong, but basically it's men having breasts that are a little too large and feminine shaped. That is a common symptom of andropause or low T. Now everyone's grossed out, but either way, fenugreek can help with that. No connection to lactation. And number 4, truffle. Just the inhalation of this powerful fungi, which is really a tuber melanospora, can help increase testosterone and decrease issues with menopause.
Shailaja here, Himalayan substance that's actually found in the Himalayan mountains, and I believe, Jordan, it is the decomposition of different types of moss and other
organic substances,
and this is oftentimes called nature's multi-mineral. It's full of trace minerals. It's been shown to help detoxify the body. It's a great thing to add in your diet, just a teaspoon a day.
Absolutely. Zinc, magnesium, and boron we are deficient in, and both zinc and boron are anti-aromatizing, which means they decrease excess estrogen that you get from the environment or even your own body. These 3 minerals are very key to building strong bones and muscle for men and women.
Absolutely. Grape skin here is packed with OPCs. It's also packed with resveratrol. These are 2 antioxidants that have tremendous benefits for anti-aging, fighting cancer, but also for helping naturally increase testosterone levels.
And last but not least, bone broth. If you look online at one of the bone broth books, they have an interesting terminology about what it does. I'm not going to repeat here on the air, but anecdotal information and historical research shows that bone broth is the ultimate anti-aging food and can even increase arousal, sexual function, and help you stay younger longer. This program is so valuable. People are spending thousands at some of these anti-aging clinics. You know the ad in the Airplane magazine where the 75-year-old guy is there, just looks ripped? I mean, it's happening because people are balancing their hormones, are spending money, and they're needing to do it with their doctor, and they're taking hormones that can shut off the body's natural production. All these 8 secrets will keep your body functioning the way you need. You will be so thankful, men and women, and the men and women in your life, when you feel better, look better, think better, and perform better.
So, Jordan, I think vitamin D is something also that can be greatly beneficial for balancing hormones. We know vitamin D is often referred to not just as a vitamin, but as a pro-hormone because it really supports hormone production in the body, and it's actually very close in terms of it has a strong relationship to, as we talked about earlier, cholesterol. Low cholesterol isn't good. In fact, high cholesterol, I was reading another study that actually said low cholesterol was correlated with lower lifespan if it got below a certain range.
Absolutely.
And so these things are really important. 5,000 IUs of vitamin D every day. And if you've got tested and you're low, probably closer to 10,000 IUs a day of vitamin D3. Jordan, talk about intermittent fasting and how that might help.
I think that if you're dealing with excess cortisol, if you're imbalanced in your insulin, glucagon, or ghrelin and leptin, these are hormones that control your appetite, I recommend intermittent fasting. What we're doing is we're resting our body, recharging our enzymes, and it's clinically proven to burn fat and boost growth hormone and testosterone. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, as Jordan's talking about, diet is really key. You can do intermittent fasting. If that's not for you, that's okay as well. You just really want to focus on getting a lot of clean and nutrient-dense food in your diet, but I want to specifically focus on #1 superfood for helping this out is bone broth. Bone broth every day, maybe some bone broth powder or protein every morning in a smoothie for breakfast, some bone broth soup for lunch, but get lots of bone broth. #2, get lots of healthy fats, wild-caught fish, avocado, maybe some almonds. Get those healthy fats in the diet. And then also get lots of veggies and fruits. You do that. And then herbs, lots of herbs, antioxidants. You do a diet like that, you're going to take your anti-aging hormones to a whole nother level.
I just realized this. I'm doing all bone broth today, and then when I get home, I saw that my wife defrosted a chicken to make chicken soup for dinner. So bone broth all the day long. But it's really, really great. Can't get enough of it. So folks, go out there, live your best life. I'm Jordan Rubin with Dr. Josh Axe.
Thanks, guys. Hi, Dr. Axe here. I want to say thanks so much for checking out this YouTube video, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more great content on things like herbs, essential oils, natural remedies, and how to use food as medicine. Also, check out more of our content on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.